Omni Sport Breakfast with MKT and Kevin McCallum.
Joining us now, the president of Biarritz, Cambridge guy, former Springbok lock, former Bulls lock, a man who is the smallest human being in his family that is male, by the way, of all of them, at a disappointing 125 kilograms, because his brother and his father larger than him. A man who is the president of Biarritz, who lost us money last week. So, Flip, we have to address it. I dropped you a text yesterday, but Kev just wanted to let you know that we didn't bet on you this week because you lost us money last week.
Good morning, lads. If you're not safe, it's probably better to let you out. Always know the best gambler is a winner. Stop while you're here.
Winners know when to stop. So they're playing. Is it Provence tonight?
Provence.
They're Provence, Aix-en-Provence, who's log leader at the moment, but it's at home. It should be great.
Yeah, you actually favourites in the bookies, 1.5 to win, and 2.6 for Provence. I mean, that's good. At least they're backing you.
It's second league rugby. You play at home, you win. That's normally how it works.
Brilliant.
Well,
everyone's shaking hands.
We love it. It's going to be you and Bob Skinstad soon going against each other, but a story for another time. Flip, great to have you this morning. Let's get into the box. They've gone with a 5-3 bench split. Your thoughts on why Rassie has gone that way?
Yeah, I wish I knew. It's Rassie. It's classic Rassie. Always keep him guessing. He's gone with Moni Lebock. Very interesting choice for Twickenham. But an all-round an excellent team. The big boys has come out to play. And I'll think they'll be chomping at the bit to go at England.
You spoke about the big boys. Now, Wilco Louw's... is it Wilco or Wilco?
Wilco.
Wilco, okay.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I also don't know, because I've heard Wilco, whatever he is, he's an absolute unit. He's back in the game. But Flip, for you as a former lock, I just thought of this as you were talking about the big boys, is how important is that tight head to lock down the scrum for you as a lock to establish ascendancy? Yeah,
well, I think if you look at the squareness of his hind, I think it's easy to scrum behind him. It's a big target.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a big guy. He definitely knows how to pressure the opposite scrum, and I think the fact that he has played in England, he's had a long stint in England. I think it definitely counts in his favour.
And
it's sad to see Thomas the Tank Engine not get a chance after his excellent performance last week. But we understand Rassie by now. It's full rotation basis.
Absolutely. He said he's trying to extend everyone's career, and he did say Thomas the Tank Engine. He knows what he's got there, so I think he wants to obviously create that depth. I love what you're saying there. Let's move over to England tonight. Do you think they're going to revert to that sort of kicking up and unders all night, or do you think England might try and pop a surpriser and run it?
They're definitely going to revert to some magic, try and pull a rabbit out of some hat. I think that is definitely what they need. They'll be so hungry for a win. Often that can do one thing. It can either inspire a team to play brilliantly, or exactly opposite. Just they can go down into their hides and just hide away. So will be interesting to see England at Twickenham. It is never an easy game. It's never an easy game. So it will be a very interesting game, I reckon.
Swing low. Once that gets going, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
You know how that
I don't think they're allowed to sing it anymore. It's not PC.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It's a new time.
Yeah. I mean, the kicking thing, I see Borthwick's complaining about the fact you're not allowed to have blockers for the catcher, which is he's probably right about, because that just leads to more kicking and also more scrums because of the free kick and penalty. So it's more knock-ons. Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one for him, but I mean, he's got Freddie Stewart. Freddie Stewart's just going to kick the crap into the ball tonight. Tomorrow, sorry.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Now
Freddie Stewart's a great player. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're in France. By the way, in the France-New Zealand game, just to be clear, we took the All Blacks. I've got 200 Rand down the All Blacks parlay that we've got going here. But it is France, it is New Zealand. What is the atmosphere like in France right now? It must be red hot, red fever hot.
Yeah. I couldn't agree with you more. I think it's going to be an excellent game. They're writing ads in the newspaper about the Dupont monster underneath the All Black bed that's keeping them awake at night.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I think it's a bit much. It's be interesting. They chose an interesting team. A lot of the name players not in a team. They don't have any bench squad at all. No bomb squad. So we're interested to see what the French bring.
Yeah, that is interesting. I mean, it's been crazy just reading sort of the English media talking about what the French media are talking about in terms of Dupont has been absolute madness to me. It's like, do these guys not know New Zealand had Justin Marshall and they had Aaron Smith and they had Kieran Reid, but I guess Dupont is that guy, right? Within the French narrative, he's absolutely the guy. And that key battle at number 9, Cortez Rattenma, has been dropped after an absolute shocker last week. So I think it's an important battle with Dupont there at the base. You mentioned some of the no-name or lesser-known players. Is there one or two French players we should be looking for this weekend?
Yeah, I think with the success that Bordeaux has been having in the I'm trying just to pull up the team here so I don't get the names wrong. With the success the French rugby, the Bordeaux team has had, they've went with the Bordeaux fullback to play, and they've normally had the Leo Barre in that spot that has had great success. So it was a bit of a shock to see him not in there. We're seeing the Bordeaux 10 has been left out. After the shocker he had in the World Cup, it was sort of known. But if you go through the bench, they've chosen a colossus of a man called Colombe. Colombe is also translated to pigeon in English, okay. But he is massive. Tight head for La Rochelle, but I don't think he's played Test rugby before. Burros is the guy called, and they've got Gabin Villiers back on wing. So guys that haven't played often, but they're back. Good solid team. Do they have the chest hair to stand up to the All Blacks? I don't know.
That's the big question that'll be answered. And the nice thing about sport is we always get to answer it between those white lines. It is, of course, Flip van der Merwe joining us, president of Biarritz and former Springbok lock. And we are discussing the rugby fixtures that are coming up this weekend. Kev, it is Australia against Wales this weekend as well. Flip, before I come to you, how bad are Wales at rugby right now?
Yeah, I see Warren Gatland has responded to claims that he might get fined. He said, if they fire me, I'll have a glass of wine on the beach. I hope that beach is not in Wales because they're not great beaches.
Terrible.
And it's winter. So.
Terrible.
But probably what he deserves.
So he's getting paid £600,000 a year. And he's actually admitted that the recovery, the reset for Wales is being trickier and harder than he thought. And Wales are in that bad space. And I think they've been in that bad space up and down for about 10 years now. It's been a long time.
Flip, what's the story there? Because you can pay the guy 600,000. Is the Welsh league this bad? I mean, they are not short of. Are they short of money? Like is everyone moving to England or to France or what's going on there?
Yeah, they're short of players. There's just no talent. Yeah. There's no one playing there. You look at the local teams, not going great. If you want a good nap, I reckon that'd be the match to watch.
Sunday, it's perfect. It's perfect. 5 o'clock.
Perfect.
No, it's incredible.
Yeah, not much to say there.
No, not much to say there. Indeed, I mean, I cannot believe how bad England. I mean, Wales are so bad. I mean, there's being bad, and then there's being Wales bad. It's absolutely ridiculous. Let's go to another one where I think, and tonight's fixture for me is an interesting one. Kevin McCullum, my fellow South African Irishman here, is Ireland. I think are reeling off the New Zealand game. Obviously, we heard Farrell's talk throughout the week. But I think the Irish media and the Irish public don't realize that Argentina are as good as they are. And I think they still think Argentina is kind of that team that's coming along. The way Argentina played this year, I mean, they put 67 on Australia. People must still realize that it wasn't a charity game. I don't think Ireland are sort of are fully aware of the challenge they're up against tonight. I don't know what you think. I think if Ireland don't mind their P's and Q's, tonight could be a little embarrassing for Farrell and the boys.
I agree. And thank you. I think Argentina is the side of the year. They're playing an excellent brand of rugby. They've beaten all the big ones so far this year. And they'll come with a hell of a lot of confidence after Italy, and going to the Irish game, a bruised and battered Irish team. Will Ireland make the same mistakes as last week and think they've won the game in the 60th minute when they've done a 50-22? I doubt it.
Plastic energy.
But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, and I do love watching the Irish play at the moment. They've got a great brand of rugby.
I thought of you the moment. What's the name? Is it Zach Lowe, the winger? Hey? The New Zealand-born winger who plays for Ireland. When he kicked that 50-22 and he gave the fist, I thought of you and I thought, oh, there's the plastic energy. And then the All Blacks said, no, that's not what we're doing here, pal.
Yeah.
Don't celebrate until the final whistle. That's basic rugby.
Don't celebrate until the final whistle. So, Mr. President, I guess you're attending the game tonight. Biarritz. Are you looking forward to that?
I'll be in the house tonight. I'll also be in the house tomorrow evening to see the All Blacks take on France. All in all, a good rugby weekend.
Oh, so you hey, this is the benefits of. Excuse me, I'm the president of Biarritz. Let me.
Yeah, the gravy train. Yes,
there it is. Ride it all the way home. Ride it all the way home. Flip, that's amazing. Enjoy yourself out there, man. And a super high level guy, Flip van der Merwe. Always can't speak highly enough of you. Can't wish you anything but the best moving forward with both Biarritz and everything that you got going on. Really appreciate you taking the time this morning with us, bro.
Thank you, gents. Have a great day.
You too. All right, I love that. But that's what you got to do, right? Listen, he's a high level guy. I think I've told you the story that he shared with me. I don't think he'd mind me sharing this. He comes from a rugby lineage where his father's arguably one of the greatest Springboks of all time. That's been argued, and one of the things that he told me was that in school. Keep in mind, he went to the great Grey Bloom, which I've argued is the greatest sporting institution of all time. He wasn't really allowed to play rugby if his academics weren't on point. This is the kind of family man you're talking about. Even his brother, by the way, his brother's like a natural scientist in London, also a professional rugby player, but both of them weren't really allowed to play rugby if you didn't deliver academics. So super high level guy.
Yeah, he's just such a good guy to talk to because he understands. He's got a deeper understanding of rugby and of life as well. But there seems to be a pattern forming here. So it's Biarritz, Boks. Beziers, Bob Skinstead.
Yes.
Box. There's all the B's.
Hey.
But as we call, what is Biarritz's new name? It's the Flippin' Biarritz.
The Flippin' Biarritz, it bloody well is. All right, let's finish off our fantastic Friday with an unpopular opinion. Daniel Hirsch is going to join us in a little bit. You can be part of the conversation. 0788 77 7716. We'll see you in 60 seconds.
Listen live and on demand.
Welcome to Omni Sport.